Today we're talking about the American Express Platinum versus the American Express Gold. Which of these cards should you get and why? If you guys stick to the end, I'll give you an extra pointer on how to use one of these cards to maximize your benefits. Stay tuned. Welcome to Easy Money, where money making is made easy. On this channel, we talk about wealth building strategies so you can live the life that you deserve. So I got a lot of great feedback last week from the comparison that I did between the Amex Platinum and the Chase Sapphire Reserve. If you guys are interested in that comparison, go ahead and check out that video. I will link to it in the cards above. So if you're in this to play the points game, I don't know who isn't, but let's say that you're in this to play the points game. It's really simple when deciding which of these cards you should get. Just go for the card that offers the best sign-up bonus at the time. You probably want to track where the sign-up bonuses are going, because for the Platinum, you could get up to 100,000 MR points as a startup bonus. If you're new to Amex, the incentive is a lot higher for you to join Amex. Therefore, you might actually see the 100,000 MR point bonus for the Platinum card. Whereas if you're already an Amex user, they're not really inclined to give you that benefit because they already have your business. So there's no need to make that big of an offer. So instead of going for the gold and then going for the Amex Platinum, I would go for the Platinum. And then if you're interested in the gold, going for the gold. One thing to note here is that Amex puts a restriction on the card bonuses that you get per card. So let's say you apply for the Amex Platinum when it's at 60,000 MR points for the startup bonus. That is the last bonus you're going to get on that card. So for each card that you get, that sign-up bonus is going to be the only sign-up bonus that you get. You want to make sure that you're tracking the sign-up bonuses and grabbing the opportunity right when it peaks. Next, let's talk about credit score. If your credit score is looking a little shabby, I would say work on it first because you don't want to get denied. A hard inquiry will be placed on your record and you don't want to suffer the consequences and then not even get the card, right? So wait, make sure your credit's ready, then apply. With that being said, the credit score requirements aren't too high for these cards. For the gold, it's around a 700. For the Platinum, it's about a 715. Now, these aren't hard and fast rules. We know that credit card companies don't really publish their requirements, but anecdotally, these are the numbers generally that people are saying that they have before applying. So you could technically apply to both of these cards on the same day. You can apply to one credit card and one charge card, or two charge cards. The idea behind this is that there's only going to be one inquiry, one hard pull on your record if you get both of these on the same day. Hold on, wait. I forgot to say this. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe so that the algorithm pushes this out and more people can see that there are benefits to be had with credit cards so we can add to the family. All right, back to the video. Now, applying for two credit cards on the same day might not be a great strategy for other cards. I would typically wait around 90 days in between applications, if not more. For the Chase Sapphire Reserve, for example, I would definitely groom my credit score a bit for maybe even 6 months to make sure that it's nice and ready for that application. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So next, let's look at forecasted spend. So in order to get the sign-up bonus, or at least the publicly offered sign-up bonus for the Amex Gold card, you need to spend $4,000 in the first 3 months in order to get 50,000 MR points. Now for the Platinum, you are expected to spend $5,000 in the first 3 months in order to get 60,000 MR points. Now, if you're planning on throwing some big feast, let's say it's Thanksgiving time, I would say go ahead and get the gold card so that you can ball out at the grocery store, okay, and then meet that minimum spend. Or let's say that you plan on taking a trip soon somewhere far and plan on racking up a lot of spend. I would say go ahead and get the Platinum so that you could spend that money on the Platinum. So depending on what your immediate needs are, I would say it depends. It depends. Next, let's talk about annual fees. So the Amex Gold is a solid $250,000. Just kidding, not $250,000. Wow, 250,000. No, that's a bit much. Next, let's talk about annual fees. The Amex Gold comes in at $250, where the Amex Platinum comes in at $550. 550 plus 5,000. Carry the one. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. That is a high minimum spend. If you don't plan on spending that much money in that first year, I would really reconsider the Amex Platinum. Maybe you should go to the Amex Gold. But we're going to get into the perks of both of these cards now so that you could truly decide which of these is better for you. let's talk about benefits. So for the Amex Platinum card, the top reason, and the first one I've listed here, is lounge access. If you ask me, I would say this is probably one, if not the only reason I would get the Amex Platinum card. It would be to utilize these lounge access benefits. You're allotted access to the Centurion Lounge, Priority Pass Lounge, and the Delta Lounge. Do keep in mind though, for the Delta Lounge, you do have to have some sort of proof saying that you're flying with Delta that day, otherwise you won't have access to that lounge. Next is a $200 airline fee credit. As the name suggests, this credit is only allowed to be put towards fees. So a baggage fee, cost of food on the plane, to pick your seat. That's what you could use this credit for, not the actual ticket itself. So keep that in mind. You do get 5x on all flights purchased with this card. You are allotted also an Uber credit of $15 per month, and then $20 in December. But this is a use it or lose it credit, so if you don't use it every month, you will lose it. On the Amex Gold, you do get 4x back on dining to include restaurants, 4x additionally on grocery stores. You get 3x back on flights. Really nice. Additionally, you get a $120 dining credit. This breaks down to $10 every month. If you don't use it, again, you lose it. Surprise, surprise. You do get a $100 airline fee credit, similar to the one that's offered for the Platinum card. With these both being charge cards, you're supposed to be paying the balance on each of these cards at the end of the month. Now, although I do preach that you shouldn't be carrying any sort of balance on your credit cards month to month because it defeats the purpose, you should not be paying interest on your credit cards. It makes no sense. It defeats the purpose. The Amex Gold actually allows you to carry a balance if you've made purchases over $100. So in case of an emergency, you do have the option of breaking down your payments. Please take note that they will be charging you interest, obviously, but this is a perk that is offered on the Amex Gold.